We're going to start framing up the bed, and the underbed storage is going to be divided between the internal and external sections, where the back is going to be accessed through the back of the van and the front is going to be accessed from the inside of the van for things that you need access daily. I've measured and cut 2 pieces of wood for the divider under the bed. One is going to be the bottom and the other one is going to be the top, and I've measured these pieces here to account for the height between the floor and the bed. Take away 2 diameters of this for the top and bottom plates. I've pre-drilled the holes as we're drilling quite close to the edge, and I've done so by stacking the wood on top of each other. This way the holes on the bottom plate and the top plate line up so the uprights are perfectly straight. I'm only using this 2x1 thin wood for the bed divider, and that's because the supports for the bed are going to run along this way, so this isn't actually going to be structural in any way. And as always, when connecting 2 pieces of wood together in something that moves around like a van, it's important to glue and screw, and that will stop any movement and squeaks from developing. Take the weight of the bed, and to make sure it's extra secure, I've done a 2x3 joist which runs from the back to the front of the van for the whole length of the bed, and then this is attached to more 2x3 glued and screwed, which is going to transfer that weight directly into the floor. On top of the side beams, we're going to have beams running in the opposite direction to support the platform for the bed. I've made the framework for 2 dividing walls for the internal side of the storage. With us having these dividing walls, are going to help transfer the load across this beam, which means that we can have a bit of a thinner bit of wood here, and we can conserve a little bit of space above the bed. In order to keep the rear storage area under the bed at the back of the van as open as possible, we've opted to not put any divider walls in, and in order to do this, we've had to double up these beams on top, and this gives us a 3x4 beam which is incredibly strong and should be able to take the weight across this span.